So we have Sebastian at 12 points and Glenn at 10. So it's going to be Sebastian who is the one who is picking who to start.
Okay, so what do you think Sebastian's gonna choose?
Well, since Lexi probably wants to go second, then he probably wants Lexi to go first, and then Uzuri can start setting up those tricky mind games right off the bat.
Okay. I would say if Uzuri can actually manage to get some sneaky turn in already the turn one, it's gonna be pretty fun to see. I really like to see assassins and to see how they have to sneak their way around.
It's so fun to see an assassin in top 8. That's super cool. Also, when we closed yesterday, basically 6 out of the 8 top 8 players were Oldims. And we had one Azalea and one Lexi, and that was it. It was like, okay, this is looking really good for Oldim. But now going into top 8 today, it's a completely different standout. We only have 2 Oldims. We have 3 Lexis, 1 Uzuri and 1 Reinar. It's a big shakeup.
And it's also a very hard climb for Uzuri. I mean, Lexi, it's kind of used to the meta, and she's the deck to beat, right? So she's definitely expecting to see more Lexis. But maybe for Uzuri, having the chance of facing a Reiner, I don't know how good that is for the matchup, or decks that are not Lexi, because I think Uzuri is a bit preying upon the Lexis.
Yeah.
That's my feeling.
Yeah.
That's why it's a good meta call.
For sure.
But then in this top 8, he might find it hard to actually get up to the top. I would love to see Uzuri win the calling. Too bad Briar it's not in the top 8, and I know that you all guys.
You all wanted to see your LL, right?
I just want to see Briar out. I just want
More
to
than
see
Oldim? If you get to choose,
Yes,
here to
more
LL
than
tomorrow.
No. Briar is enemy number 1
Okay,
still.
okay.
I mean, she's in a good spot now. There are shaking hands, ready to go, ready to reveal.
mingle.
And look at that, Eye of Ophidius.
We're running the nerve
leaves,
scalpel, right? We're doing the flick knives, we're doing the snapdragons.
Snapdragons. Yeah, this is the same equipment constellation that Sebastian used in the morning against Lexi, and pretty much the same equipment from Lexi's side. So yeah, it's gonna be another very tight match as today morning, I would say. Chat, are you rooting for Uzuri or are you rooting for Lexi?
Are you team Lexi or team Uzuri?
And also, we are rooting for Reiner. Uzuri all the way. Yeah, wanna see Uzuri. And here we see Lexi beginning.
Lexi on the play then.
And pitching to activate Voltaire. He's pitching a Bolton shot.
Yellow.
Interesting.
Yeah. We're not gonna need that many more resources. Infecting shot going into the arsenal.
Infecting shot in the arsenal.
Yeah, we're just gonna see an infecting shot and another arsenal and pass here from Lexi setting things up.
So Lexi just prepared for a big turn next turn.
We're not forgetting the tunic in the top 8 table.
Nope, we're not. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I mean, the tournament fatigue at this point.
You still
games.
can miss a tunic trigger. You miss
3
one
PM.
over a tournament, I think.
Raging Onslaught yellow. That is interesting.
The chat is raging over me saying that I want to see Briar out before holding. It's fine, chat. I'm just teasing you guys. We see Spider's Bite attacking with Go Again. I would love if they use the correct token for the Go Again. But
I understand lightning.
that's like an energy counter, I think. But
is it?
isn't it? Does it look like a Go Again counter? Maybe it is. We have
I
like
don't
the
know.
big.
I don't know what else the lightning is.
Ooh,
Oh, we have the upfront CNC, so we didn't have a stealth card in hand.
Yeah, but after a Spider's Bite hit, so now Lexi has to block.
So Lexi has to block with 3 cards.
With 3 cards, or give up 2 cards from the arsenal.
Yeah, I think blocking with 3 cards here is completely reasonable.
That's a big start for Uzuri.
Especially if it's 3 out of kind in the other arsenal slot. This is definitely a full
Also,
block.
make sure, guys, to check out our sponsor, Play In. That's the sponsor of this stream. to buy cards from them if you can. I think that since they're supporting this kind of a community stream event, they do deserve some love from the players. And as well, make sure not to forget to subscribe and follow both the Twitch and YouTube channel of the Eye of Ophidia. They're doing a great job supporting the community
it was 3 of a kind.
creating a great stream for everyone to see this crazy 3 of a kind straight up coming back after that Command and Conquer, trying to show some feats and thanks to Sebastian, to the Uzuri player. There we go, activating Voltaire, pondering how to do it exactly, making sure that it doesn't do anything wrong. And we are seeing probably a double infecting shot turn from Lexi's side. This first one is coming with go again for 5.
So I mean, 3 of a kind is basically, oh, you want to see and see me? Yeah, I can block with my full hand. As long as I have 1 card left, I can just play 3 of a kind and still have a turn. So it's basically the anti-punishment for Lexi to just play this 3 of a kind and still have a turn. And yeah, 3 of a kind just doing its job.
Yup, the chat is mocking me. Love hearing you are attempting to say playing. Guys, you know, I'm bad with words and names, and card names even worse. But I do what I can.
Is it supposed to be play in?
Play in or play in?
Play in or play in?
Or play in.
I don't know.
No, not top. I don't know if there are dramas in the top 16. I have no idea.
Maybe.
We can check that for you probably.
We have a full block coming in here with the
Plain?
Crown of Providence.
Plain.
Plain.
It's
that's also
plain. But we see it in 2 colors. It looks like play in. Maybe it's just a plain. Yeah, plain.
Plain?
Anyways, another infecting shot for 5 again with go again for go again. Can they use counters? The counter, go again.
The markers for counters, yeah. So we have the go again counters for the cards. So basically we on the stream know if a card has go again or not. So thinking hard about this infecting shot right now. So probably don't want to take 7 at this point, because the Blood Rot token is gonna come up.
Yeah, the Blood Rot it's extra damage, but I think that Uzuri is sitting pretty comfortable here at 40 life.
Yeah, he's gonna take it. Taking
So
5.
he blocked. He blocked the first one, took the second one, taking 2 extra damage. Popped the crown, which is not amazing, but I think that in a turn of a 3 of a kind, it's fine. So that second one did not come with go again, but it came for 5. Because he didn't use Voltaire. Sorry, guys. It has been a long day for everyone.
So we have the Nerve Scalpel coming in.
Nerve Scalpel coming in, attacking with go again for 1 with an on-hit effect that will make the defense reaction played by Lexi worse.
That's an interesting choice, though. I don't think Lexi runs a lot of the reacts typically.
Yeah, I also don't understand, but
But at the same time, what are your options if
We need
you
to
are
ask.
running the
all reaction,
non-attack
not
actions one?
defense.
Or reactions.
But if defending, it's
So if they defend with but I mean, they don't have any
Yeah, I
much
mean,
attack
all
reactions
reaction, not
either.
defense,
They have
but
instants, right?
you
With
don't
the
care
Rain
about
Racer and
-1 on attack reactions, so
No,
anyways.
we have
Glenna's
the...
freely trapped in this list. Okay.
We're doing the Frailty.
We're doing the Codex with the Command and Conquer coming up. Pretty harsh comeback from Lexi's
Yeah,
side.
doing the CNC.
From Uzuri's side, coming for 6 to the opponent's face after he got it by Spider Spat, again punishing his opponent for not respecting the daggers. The daggers are very hard to deal with because you never know what's coming after, so it's very hard to see through the game plan, to the play, and if you do decide to get it, then you can kind of gonna repent about it usually. Ooh, and that gets the second 3 of a kind. That's huge for Sebastian. That's must be feeling pretty comfortable now after he sees the second 3 of a kind going, and probably Glenn wasn't able to just defend that, or he thought it was not gonna be worth losing so much tempo to defend that three of a kind, so he just had to let it go. And yeah, what I was saying is that you don't really want to block that stupid one attack.
It's
that
an awkward
is,
block,
you know,
and you don't want to block
want
as
to give
Lexi
a card
either.
into that because you don't know if something menacing is coming afterward. And I think that Sebastian is really using full use of that, make sure to get the big important attack through with that. So it's definitely not easy. We see Glenn trying to get back with that drill shot that's coming for 3 because it's coming from with go again from the Arsenal after he activated Voltaire, but it has -1 because of the frailty token, which means no breakpoint, not really menacing, not really so dangerous for Sebastian. Sebastian now is sitting at 33. There was a bit of a delay in the update of the life totals of the players, but I think Sebastian is pretty confident right now because today morning it was really not the same situation.
No?
No, and today morning the game was completely like he was under a lot of pressure. It was a very tight game.
Was it also against Lexi or?
Yeah, it was actually the same matchup. Uzuri was at the same time same side of the table.
Right.
Nerve-wracking game, I would say.
I mean, I was gonna say, what is better than 3 CNC in your deck? Being able to play 6 CNC in your deck thanks to Codex of Frailty. It's a lot to do with.
Yeah, it's very hard. And then we see a Withering Shot menacing a Frailty token on hit coming for 5. So Uzuri, I think that Uzuri is a deck that can really comfortably block with 2 cards and then still be able to have a good turn in their turn. So I think that's,
Oh, a Nourishing
we
coming
can
out
see a double block with the Nourishing that we know is on the list because we saw it today morning. We already discussed it in the morning that, Nourishing, it's a very, very good card to have because worst case scenario, it's vanilla die damage for 6, blocks for 3, but if you do actually get it as a first attack in the game, it does give you a pretty good advantage, pushing some damage to and drawing you an extra card. And here we go, again with the dagger.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of dagger play coming from Uzuri, just pounding on the on hits from this dagger, forcing Lexi to make those awkward blocks in the later game, because Lexi is never gonna block this Spider Bite, there's no way. You have a card that does 5 damage, and you wanna block 1 with it? No way.
Yeah.
We actually see the Nourishing coming through.
Okay, so he's probably playing 3 copies of the card, just hoping to draw it turn 1, I guess.
Yeah, so he's just gonna make a move for 6, since there are, we know, attack actions card in his graveyard. It's not gonna do the dominate +1 thing.
12 CNC if you count your opponent Codex. Well, it will be 9.
Oh wow, 9, yeah.
9 with leave no witnesses. Okay. 12 CNCs in the deck.
Oh
wow.
god.
Wow. Great. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
So Lexi already down on 24, playing his 3rd and final 3 of a kind. Or not playing, we're revealing it at least. We'll see if he determines to play it this turn or not.
Maybe he wants to prepare to make sure to have a big turn.
Yeah.
For that 3 of a kind.
Yeah.
He cannot allow to have an underwhelming 3 of a kind. He really needs to go all in for that. He really needs to swing big.
Yeah, Uzuri is not super aggressive, so you can really take your time to set up like a Rain Racer.
Hoping not to get a Command and Conquer in your face in the process.
True, that's a risk, yes.
But I think that Glenn does need to be careful about how he uses that last 3 of a kind. Which seems to be foil, by the way, beautiful card.
Very. Following up with a Bolt and Shot. We decided to take the 4 from the Searing Shot, or then becomes 5 because you lose an extra life if you take it. So Bolt and Shot will reload on hit. Still have 1 card left in hand. And no more Voltaire activation, so if he decides to not block this, we might see another arrow coming through here. Another Raging Onslaught.
Too?
I'm really curious about the Raging Onslaught.
Yeah. I think he's just, no, I think he's blocking 3, right? No. Ooh, followed by the Arctic Incarceration. And here we see the elemental side of Lexi taking over, giving 3 frostbite to Uzuri. And
That's a lot.
really gonna stop the turn.
Yeah, interesting to see how Uzuri can walk around this. Typically very red line heavy type of list, so we don't see a ton of blues in the list.
Reload doesn't trigger because the card in an arsenal.
Right, sorry.
So how did he play? Shall we tell
No,
them?
no, he used Voltaire, but I was talking about the bolted shot maybe coming in with another arrow, but he can't reload it because of the
Sorry,
trio
I
kind of
missed
notional.
that. Yeah.
It's fine.
That chat is always right.
Strat is always right. The devil is in the details.
Devil is in the details. That's why also Sebastian felt pretty free to get the damage through, because he knew that's not gonna get an extra reload.
Speaking of the blues, we have 2 blues here, pitching 5 for this spider spike coming in. Yeah, Raging Onslaught, yellow.
Yeah, I would guess for the Dromice to pop dragons, I suppose.
And you can still pitch for spider spike,
And
so...
still use it. You can still use it for Uzuri, so yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, if you take for Dromai, which Uzuri definitely needs to do, since that is probably the toughest matchup Uzuri needs to deal with. There's value in that.
We see that first block on a dagger. Look at that.
There you go.
With a Searing-
Interesting.
With a hit seeker.
Maybe Glenn drew into a full red hand or something.
Or maybe he doesn't want to come whatever comes after that. Oh,
We're
and
doing
we
the
see
flick knives.
Flick knife with the first dagger. So one
We're
dagger on
yeeting the
hit.
nerf scalpel.
Nerve scalpel hitting Glenn for 1 damage and triggering -1 on the D-reacts.
Very interesting. What are we following up with?
Following
Death Touch from
with a
Arsenal.
Death Touch from Arsenal. Coming for 6 and menacing a big chunk of damage plus 1 token at Sebastian choice between Frailty, Inertia or Blood Rot, which means it's very menacing, and probably depending on how the block goes and if that gets to hit, Sebastian will not choose the Blood Rot, because I don't think he does need to push for life yet. They just need to keep the thing under control. I don't think he's gonna go for Inertia because he doesn't want. I mean, he doesn't want to see the Trio of a Kind later in the game, because that card it's kind of stuck in the arsenal. I don't think that Sebastian wants to unstuck Glenn's arsenal until Glenn wants to play it. So I would say it's gonna just create a Frailty, in my opinion.
I think that is the best choice. Depending... Yeah, it doesn't depend really. The Frailty is probably always the best choice against Lexi. But Lexi is committing to the full block here. Very smart choice to
Double
block out the
block.
spell despite them.
Getting 3 cards out of the hand of the opponent. Uzuri is pretty happy to go to the next turn, where Lux is not really going to be able to do much, if at all anything. Maybe he's going to use the Tunic to use Voltaire and then put 1 card for cost 0 in the arsenal. Oh no, actually using the Trio of a Kind.
We're going for it. The last 3 of a kind. We're not even halfway through the life total, so we already see the third 3 of a kind.
And let's see if this can actually help Glenn get a bit back on his feet before succumbing to the daggers of the assassin.
Which is always 1 dagger now.
Pitching an Arctic Incarceration and a red one, that's not the card that he wants to pitch in a turn like this, I guess. He would like to see
Not a great draw
a
now.
blue card probably, and since the amount of time Glenn is taking to think about this turn, probably didn't see an amazing hand. But there we see a Hit Seeker.
Pitching a Withering
Pitching
Shot.
another red card, look at that. Probably the last attack of the turn.
And +1, so he doesn't have any other...
Yeah, I think that Glenn just said, I cannot allow myself to keep my arsenal stack with the Trio of a Kind. I do want to get a value out of it, but I do need to get rid of it. It was becoming an hindrance more than it was an advantage. And I think he just had to do it. I think it's still good because he defended good neck last turn, and then he still managed to do a turn this turn, so he didn't lose tempo here. This is the last trio of a kind of the deck, which means from this point on, Lexi is actually going to have a rough time finishing the game, but I would say that it's probably looking good for Sebastian. If I had an indicator showing advantage, I would probably say 70-30 for Sebastian, but Lexi can still be explosive and present a lot of damage in one turn, so I think that...
I mean, we still have the Bullseye Bracer, we still have the Snapdragon Scaler, so we can still
Yeah.
potentially show
Yeah,
20-25 plus damage in one turn if need be.
But you do need a full hand and arsenal to do
Definitely.
that. I don't think that Uzuri
And that's gonna be hard to set up. Yeah.
I don't think that Uzuri is gonna let him do that.
Pile on the pressure, the Heat Seeker is gonna come through, and
Also, I don't
putting
think
a Bolt and Shot in
yeah,
Arsenal.
Bolt and Shot in arsenal, setting up for a big turn as we just said. But also, there is another thing to consider here. I think that while Sebastian have been playing Lexis the whole day, probably. Lexi, I don't know how many
many Uzuris.
times Uzuri's Glenn played. So that's also comes down to that. When you play against a niche hero that's ready to get to your deck because you're the most played deck, then the player that's playing the deck has the advantage because he studied very well the matchup. He's out to get you, and you're not very sure about what the hero is doing because it's probably not the most known hero. So that makes it very hard for Glenn to evaluate correctly what to do in all different situations, which it can be challenging in such high stakes game because you do need to play perfectly, and if you're not sure about what your opponent can do, it's not that hard to take good decisions.
No, absolutely not. I mean, you're typically looking to practice into the big three matchup that you're gonna face, like the Oldhim, the Dromais, and the Lexi Mirror, predominantly. So facing this matchup in the top 8, as you say, don't having enough experience in the matchup and really understand what is the power plays and how to play around all the things that Uzuri presents is probably a big deal here.
Yeah. And look at that Isolate coming for one stealth dominate. Pretty scary card.
Yeah, we're seeing this Uzuri activation. No reactions, and it's another CNC!
Woo! And that's gonna get in. Getting 2 cards off the arsenal.
Yeah, he's taking 3. There's no way he's gonna block it.
Yeah, he cannot.
He
because
cannot.
He cannot play reactions.
Nope.
And it's getting the Rain Razors and the Bolt and Shot.
Like these CNCs are on point.
Yeah, that's so good
We
from
got
Sebastian's
one-
side.
We
It's
got
an
one 3 of a
amazing
kind. We got
play.
one Rain Racer.
We can really see the full
Uzuri is
potential of
just
Uzuri here.
living
And
the dream.
I do think that this is game. I think this is it. I think that's when Lex is gonna just
Stumble.
accept that the dream ends up here. I mean, still top 8 is a good result. But
Yeah. But there's nothing Lexi can do either because you're presented with a dominate attack. The only you can do is block 3 and hope for the best. And then there's the worst
of course,
nightmare
of course,
around the corner.
because you cannot do. It's literally nothing you can do about
No.
it. Like, not Lexi's fault.
No. Okay, we're activating the Rustling Leaves, yeah?
Trying to get a arrow in the arsenal, pitching a blue, infecting shot. Ooh,
That is...
one
Oh
Codex.
no!
Dang.
Oh no!
That's a pretty bad luck for Glenn, that at this point must be very frustrated. Look at his body language. I mean, we don't see the body,
Dude.
but I do see the hands, and those hands don't
Those
look
hands
happy.
tell a lot.
Yep.
It's amazing how
And-
much emotion you can see.
Just from the hands, right?
Yeah.
It's like look at the hands from Sebastian. Is just from the movements you can
Confident.
You can see the confidence.
He's
He's
straightforward.
pretty relaxed. He knows that he got this in his pocket, and unless something crazy happens, he's probably gonna get the win. At this point, I don't see how Lexi can get back from this. He just passed the turn, leaving Uzuri with a full hand, which means he's gonna
Yeah.
probably be able to swing with a dagger and then keep on with the sneaky
slaughter.
assassin moves.
Yeah. Very, very sad day for Lexi, especially on stream yesterday. We didn't see a single Lexi win on stream yesterday.
True. I mean, everyone
Have
is
you seen
out
any
for
today?
her, right?
Have you seen any Lexi wins today?
No, not today. Not in stream.
No, it's not Lexi's.
I'm sure they
Time.
did win, but not
Maybe.
on my streams.
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch. Maybe I
stream
did.
curse,
Maybe
maybe.
yesterday
Maybe.
one. Maybe one stream. There was a Lexi that won a stream, I think. I think one, I think one yesterday won. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Ah, right before
Against,
this.
yeah. Oh, right before this I wasn't watching, but yesterday I don't know.
You were busy winning.
I
Other
was
tournaments.
busy. I was busy gaining life with Yoji. Ended up at 29 life, one on time for the highest life.
Because there is no time limit in UK.
There is time limit, and
This?
the highest life player wins.
Really?
Yeah,
Aha! Today I learned.
yeah. And we see a death touch there.
I believe it's a yellow one, so it's just gonna come in for 5, which still requires 2 cards.
Not the best turn for Uzuri, but no, it's gonna require 3 cards still because the dagger hit.
Yep. I mean, without the second dagger, it's really hard to utilize
I don't
more
know
cards.
if the player are updating their life on the screen, so we could check that. And because probably Lexi should be a bit lower on life than that. I think she didn't get the damage from the Command and Conquer updated. I'm not sure.
Maybe. I will see the code is being blocked here.
Yup. Codex being used to block. He doesn't want to use it to give his opponent another Command and Conquer.
True,
So just
true.
just running Command and Conquer in the Uzuri setting kind of disable the best card of your opponent's deck, which is already great.
Yep.
I mean, it's arguably the best card. 3 of a kind is still an amazing card.
Yep. So nothing else coming out of that. There is no go again on the that touch. So. Alright, did we pop the Snapdragon on this one? We did, didn't we? So there's more. There's a Leave No Witness coming out.
Ooh, followed by a leave no winner. Look at that. Sebastian really wanted to close the game. Guys, we're having a problem with the life total. This is not correct. It's gonna get updated right now. Very good. And we see a leave no witnesses coming in for...
Will we see a full block from Lexi? It's just gonna take it
full
off.
block.
But it's still gonna take 2 from the Blood Red block, so this is
Yes. Very punishing Uzuri here.
very, very punishing.
And then he's gonna start the turn with another full hand.
Yeah, Uzuri showing how to
No,
fix your local Lexi meta.
we do not have any result from the other top 8s, but we're gonna get you an update on that as soon as someone wins. We're gonna also update it on the screen. After this round, there's gonna be a break until the never-ending oldie mirror is gonna be ended.
So we're probably gonna take quite a hefty break. In the top 8s, you don't have any
No time, so it's probably 1.5 hour match. So
buckle up, it's gonna be a long day today.
it's gonna be a very long day, and I still need to drive 6 hours home after this. So
Oh god,
long way.
fun.
Yup. My mom is gonna kill me. Hi mom, I don't know if you're watching the stream, but don't kill me.
I'm doing my best.
And here we see
Sync and Fate being
look,
pitched for the
double
Spy.
D react being pitched to attack for the with the dagger that hits, and then we see the reaction of Uzuri. Ooh, none! The third command and conquer
Lexi is
coming
giving
in.
up.
Wow.
Lexi is just taking it. Lexi
yeah,
is
of
not
course.
doing anything
Losing
to
the
prevent
arsenal,
anything.
taking
No.
6 damage, and just trying to get back at his opponent with 4 cards in his hand. At this point, things are looking pretty grim.
It's an uphill
for
battle. It's
Lexi.
a strong struggle here for
Yeah.
Lexi trying to combat a Uzuri that is just having
Wow.
all the CNCs in the world to combat everything he has or try to set up in Arsenal. But Lexi now with a 4-card hand can actually present at least some damage.
Just is just playing that now, hoping to Uzuri to just walk away. I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's the strategy. The only way
if
that
you play
Uzuri
dead,
can win. Yeah.
you know, maybe the opponent will
Yeah.
stop hitting. Gonna activate the bullseyes?
Nearly inflict knives territory. Yeah. This game is not gonna last much longer. We can see the full potential of Uzuri. I would love to see Uzuri win this and see actually.
Is Flick Knives the assassin version of Reckless Swing?
Yup, probably yes. This is over with the next isolate. Yeah, probably. Let's see.
Lexi is contemplating hard on what to do here. I mean, finding lines in Lexi is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. It's very, very difficult of finding which arrow to play first, what on hit to present first. It's
For a
dance.
second there, I thought he was gonna go shake hands. But I think he still can.
It's like,
can.
do I have a shot here? Maybe.
I think he still does.
Just maybe.
Because you see
This
here.
is it.
Bolton shot for 4. Coming through with go
Gets
again.
the +1 from both sides bracers.
Yeah. Coming with go again. Still the Snapdragons out there. Still the tunic up. So he kept. If he managed to threaten little here this turn,
We have the rain racers.
Ooh, nice.
That is 6 damage.
That's 6 damage and.
That's 1/3 of his life.
Ooh, frailty
Or more.
trap. That's a frailty trap.
And it's bound to fight.
Oh wow.
Still, let's go again. Still fine. Still have a turn.
Still have a turn, but
Still a
much
snap is also,
less
so it's not a lot.
threatening because all the cards are gonna get -1.
But +2 from the rain racers, I think.
Yeah, true. That's true. That balances out, but it's still pretty.
Still 2 cards in hand and needs to
That's
pitch.
really not what Glenn wanted to see,
Maybe something for this
and
arrow.
he's just gonna pass the turn, I think. I know.
No, he reloaded with the
Ah,
Bolton
he
shot.
reloaded. Sorry.
Coming with Falcon.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, Falcon Wing coming for 4. Go again.
Yeah, this bullseye bracer play is really interesting now.
Yeah, but what
But it's not lethal.
it's not lethal because of the frailty. I mean, it wouldn't be anyways, but it would have been a very much
we're doing it.
different situation.
We're doing it.
Blind shot,
Oh.
and
That's an arrow.
that's a pretty nice one. That's a harmstring shot.
We have the tunic, it's fine. We can
And
play
that-
it.
He can go for the one last big attack for 6. But look at this. Without the frailty trap, he would have managed 3 more damage.
Yeah.
Which would mean he would, let's say he took 2 more, then he would be at 9, and this would be coming for 7, really putting Sebastian very
2.
near to that, of course, or forcing blocks.
Yeah.
I think this is a bit too late now, but this is a very good comeback from Lexi's side.
Yeah, but you don't really want to take this damage. Also interesting, the harmstring shot is not really going to do much for an on-hit effect. If Uzuri is going to swap something out, who knows?
I can see the bot in the chat telling to go check out Kugana's channel. Kugana was here with us today earlier in the rounds. Make sure you do that. And Erika, do you have a channel that we can support you, or how can the chat support you in any way?
I have no channel, I only have Twitter. You can find me at Erika Forsloof. Just posting about my tournament
We're gonna
adventures.
post in the chat the Twitter of Erika, so make sure you can follow her.
Would be nice.
Yeah,
But absolutely
come on.
follow
Chat.
QN and Ark if you want to have some more flesh and blood content in your life.
Thank you. Come on, chat. Show some love to Erika's Twitter. You can also find me on Twitter, by the way, ArcboundTCG. You'll find me there for sure. And we see that New Horizon is blocking the spider's bite. That's very hard. That's a very hard thing to do from Lexi's giving the best piece of head equipment for a ranger just to block a dagger, and that has piercing, which means that it's really not what you want to see. Because you lose the equipment, you're just blocking one and making sure you can survive to next
We're on life
turn.
support at this point.
Then we see looking for scrap, punching some extra damage in, coming for 5 GG probably.
Not sure you can hear that announcement, but a lot of events is happening right now. We have the battle harden going on in the background,
Yeah.
along with other side events.
But anyway, Daniel Faisal, just follow me on Twitter. Thank you very much. ArcboundTCG, come on guys, follow Daniel. And see my tweet about I will tweet about the cold foil again. Of course, you can see a better picture of that. So make sure you do follow me. And
There's
let's
a
see.
discussion about this.
I think they're
attack
talking
here.
about something, yeah. I want to see a dagger throw finish. Yeah, yeah.
We all do. We all do.
I don't know what's going on. Oh,
We're
just thinking,
getting the
wow,
E-strike.
that's an
It's gonna
E-strike
come in
for
for
7. Wow, that's a big
There's no
mana
way you
from
draw a
that.
card there. You're
And
coming for 7.
Can he react with the flick knives?
I don't remember the condition on flick knives.
Can we take a look at flick knives on the screen? That's coming for 7. Can we see flick knives on the screen? Flick knives. Okay, but can he do it on E-strike? Yeah.
can put spider direct one doesn't work retroactive. Cool, we're gonna see a full commit on the block here.
Yeah,
Only one card
7
left on
block.
Lexi's side. And
Target dagger in
very
control that
object
isn't on the active chain link deals 1 damage to target hero. If damage is dealt this way, the target has it. Okay, but it doesn't work. So the card still blocked for 3 even if that effect comes into play.
that's a frailty.
Yeah, it's still
It's
not looking
something.
good. Codex, we see Hit Seeker.
Heatseeker is threatening lethal though. If he takes 4, he takes another 1. That would be 5.
That
And
frailty
since Uzuri doesn't have an arsenal, he also has a big
glaring
one.
on us. That's a big glare on that
Do you
frailty.
pick CNC here? Or that touch?
I
We're
think
taking- we're taking a
looking
looking for scrap.
Yeah,
Oh,
you just want to
genius.
go wide. Yeah. Because it has a big break point, it's gonna have go again. And here at this point, you don't care being going big. You just want to go on a longer chain, making sure you get 1 or 2 breakpoints to
Yep,
get past that damage, cannot be blocked with equipment that's gone. So you just need to get a couple of breakpoints through the defenses of your opponent, and then you're done.
Definitely.
Actually, you just need to get 1 damage because then there is Flick Knife that can finish the game.
Yeah, you don't want to get under the flick knife threat here. And basically, it's a Kadashi lock.
Yeah,
More or less.
it's like it's worse than Kodachi Lock.
You can't take another life, then it's done.
Yeah.
We're going with the
look
death
at
touch
that
though.
touch. He
Okay,
considered
okay.
looking for scrap.
Maybe he didn't have another one attack
Yeah,
because he
maybe
already
he tried,
banished
yeah.
one of them.
But he should have had more than 1. Oh, and we see Leave No Witness is being used to block here.
Taking 1,
Taking 1 damage.
or 2. Hit seeker +1.
Plus 2.
You lose a life.
No,
Wait, hit seeker.
no,
Never mind.
that's,
No.
searing shot.
Searing shot.
Yeah, they look very similar to be fair. Searing
mix
Shock and
them up
Hit
all the
Seeker are like the same card.
Oh, you have this angle, it's hit seeker. This angle, it's searing shot. It's
No
it's
block
hard.
with Tunic because the
Isolate,
Tunic has
dominate,
-1, and we see a stealth attack dominated.
Isolate.
Isolate. And here we go.
Drill shot being presented. We have the E-strike for
E-strike.
5. And that might be it.
For 7? No, for 5. No, non-effect. Yeah, that's it.
There's nothing you can do, right?
GG.
He's taking 2.
Yeah, that should close the
That's
game,
the
and they are giving fees.
game.
Congratulations to Sebastian for getting these.
Lexi slaying, rolling throughout the
Yeah,
day.
congratulations. That was an amazing game. That very well done for Uzuri.